All right, guys. Well, welcome back. Happy New Year. Hope everybody had a wonderful holiday and some time off with family and friends, and maybe you got some riding in there. We had a chance to go out for a Saturday with the guys. You've probably seen a little snowball fight we had there. It was a good time.
Hey, dump me off it when they go by. Hit them with a snowball.
So now we're going to move on with the JOsborn project. We got a little slowed down with parts coming in. We did get the radiator and the fan and some of the other miscellaneous parts in, and we have fixed all the plastics, put a little heat on them. We didn't get any video of that, unfortunately, but what we did get from this last time was the radiator install. We burped the system, and then we also had some parts that we borrowed out to Full Throttle. They needed some rush ordered parts, so we gave them some of ours while they ordered some back for us. So we got the engine back together and running. So you'll see that now. Thanks for sticking with us on this project. It's been pretty fun to do. We should have the A-arms either today or later this week. Hopefully today or tomorrow. And then the bulkhead is the only two parts that we're missing to finish this whole project. So once that shows up, we'll head over to the M3 garage, get it back together, get it on the road, and do some test riding. So without further ado, here's today's work.
Yep, just like that. It's a lot of Alright, so got the fan here. So we're at now, guys, with the JOsborn Rescue. We just finished buttoning up the intake. We had to lend some parts out to Full Throttle for various reasons. And so we got those reinstalled. Everything else that Jason tore apart, we got reinstalled. So the back is buttoned up. So what we want to do now that we've at least got the fan and the radiator, we're gonna reassemble these two, temp the radiator onto the front tree there, and maybe even see, because we want to see if the fan's going to kick on when she comes up to temp. So that's one less thing we don't have to worry about. So as long as all that's golden, we should be good. So we're going to do this real fast, and we'll get you when it's on the machine ready for fire up. We do the others. All right, guys, so here's where we're at now. We went ahead, as I mentioned before, we got the rear end buttoned up so the engine's back together. We temped in the radiator and we burped the system from the back. I think we got about what we lost out of it back in it. So before we go too far, I want to make sure that this fan and everything kicks on and we don't have any other major problems. So Len's going to go ahead and do the honors and fire it up right now.
Batteries in dead.
God, I hope not. And we'll run her through a little heat cycle. We'll see if everything kicks on like it should. Bless those Can-Ams. It's like she never even stopped. Can you,
I felt this move when I started it, but it still, it jumped a little bit.
oh, did it? Normal
Yeah,
key.
it's got a DPS code on this.
Check DPS still.
Yeah, I
Okay.
wasn't gonna mention that in the comments. We already knew that, we just didn't mention it.
Yeah. So we're buttoned up here. Everything's looking good here. We're just gonna let it run for a little bit. Where's all these rear lights and shit?
Park. That light?
Well, the SP air filter still works.
Oh yeah, lights are on.
That's what I'm wondering. How do I... That's the backup override. Two-wheel drive.
And the red lights are on.
How do you... Oh.
There we go.
Oh, you can't turn them off. Huh. You can either put them to race only
Oh, there's blue.
or mode set.
Nice.
Alright guys, so we're just gonna let her go for a minute, like we mentioned. Maybe the blow-off valve still works. Be nice to see this. Well, the check engine light's not gonna go off until the DPS goes away, so
Right. DPS being shot. We know that